In today's lesson, we'll be learning about the equation of a line with a focus on table of values. In a previous lesson, we learned that a linear relation is really just a pattern, and a pattern can be represented with an equation. Both of these equations mean exactly the same thing. Rate of change is the same thing as slope, and initial value is the same thing as the y-intercept. The slope of a line can be found by drawing a right triangle underneath that line. The height of this triangle would be the rise, while the base of this triangle would be the run. The slope of a line can also be found if you know the coordinates or address of 2 points on that same line. You would take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. From this table of values, we want to find both the y-intercept and the slope. If you recall, the y-intercept is the value of y when x is 0. Therefore, the y-intercept here would be 5. Take a close look at the values of x. You'll notice that they're increasing by 2. Take a close look at the values of y. You'll notice that they're increasing by 4. But how are these numbers going to help us to find the slope of this line? Well, the number 2 actually represents the run, which is the same thing as x2 minus x1. Meanwhile, the number 4 actually represents the rise, which is the same thing as y2 minus y1. Since I know that the rise is 4 and the run is 2, therefore the slope is equal to 4 over 2, which is the same thing as 4 divided by 2, which is the same thing as just 2. Therefore, the slope of this line is 2. We just determined the slope of this line to be 2, and from before, we knew that the y-intercept was 5. Therefore, the equation of this line is y equals 2x plus 5.